A man in Tennessee has 30 children with 11 different women, and he is 33 years old. Now, according to CNN affiliate WREG, he is now begging the state to help him pay his child support. I want to bring back in Sunny Hostin. She's on the case with us, as always. And Sunny, I know. I know some of the moms are only getting a couple of dollars a month for child support in and of itself. Do you actually think the state is going to say, okay, buddy, you got 30 kids, we're going to help you?
I don't think so. And I got to tell you, Brooke, you and I talk about a lot of things on this program, and I am rarely stumped and
it's
don't have
a
much to
stump moment
say,
for you.
But it's a stump moment for me. I mean, I can talk to a wall, and I don't know what to say about this guy. I mean, the bottom line is, in Tennessee, when he is working his minimum wage job, he is supposed to give 50% of his paycheck to the 11 women that he fathered these children with, and they are supposed to divide it equally. The problem is some of the women are only getting $1.49 because he does work minimum wage. So just this week, he appeared in court, and he's asking the court to give him a break on those payments, on the $1.49 that he's giving to help support his children. I don't think that the judge is going to help him out, and I was reading recently that one of the news reports said that perhaps he needs to now do the cost-benefit analysis of birth control, and I think that's a really good suggestion for this guy.
We shouldn't laugh. I mean, the man is 33. He's young. And then back in 2009, he only had 21 kids. Take a listen.
Do you intend to keep having children?
No.
You're done?
I'm done. Hopefully I'm done.
What made you decide that?
I didn't intend to have this many. It just happened.
It just happened, he says. Is this a trend? Do we believe him that he'll stop?
Let's hope it'll stop. I mean, bottom line is the state can't force him to stop. It's not against the law to have all of these children. And again, maybe he just really needs to now think about the cost-benefit analysis of birth control, because he can't afford to support these children. And I think therein lies the tragedy of this story. Now you have all of these children, 30 of them,
and all these
probably
mothers
without the support, and all these mothers, and probably without the support that they need to become, wonderful members of our society.
See, this is why I want to give a voice to the average man, right? Or just give a voice to situations that's going on, right? This is the type of man that I hate, right? This is the type of man, right, that he's irresponsible. How could you support 30 kids, right? Especially when you work minimum wage. You ain't Nick Cannon, right? So really, you don't have the time, to let alone be there for, let's say, 2 kids. Now, how do you have the time to be there for 30 kids when you have to work a minimum wage job, to support 30 kids, right? This is the type of man I hate, okay? And this is the type of, but the situation is bigger than that, right? Although this man is terrible, how's this terribleness being allowed? It's being allowed by women. Women allow terrible men to exist, right? Or to continue to exist. To procreate. They allow terrible men to procreate, right? This type of man is obviously a player, right? He doesn't care. He hits the clubs, he shoots up the clubs, right? And women allow that. One irresponsible man versus 11 irresponsible women, right? Who's more? Where's the key evidence? What is the big problem, right? It's 11 women allowing this man to procreate, right? 11 women thinking this man is worthy to be a father, right? 11 women allowing this man to have multiple children by them. Because again, 11 women, 30 kids. What does that say? That either all of them or multiple of them are having multiple kids by this man. So you are allowing this man not just to have one kid. One kid, maybe you could call it a mistake, which is not. I don't call that a mistake, but let's say it is. The second kid, that's not a mistake. Third kid, that is definitely not a mistake. Okay? It is ridiculous. You know? This is what we're talking about. Now, these single women, right, are out there destroying good men, right? How they're destroying good men, right? Because now they have high standards, right? Terrible standards, right? And what are these men getting? Leftovers, right? A woman that's been used by a man, right? Has a child by a terrible man. Now she has these crazy expectations of how you should be a father and all this stuff, right? Or you need to support me, right? If you see my other video where this woman is calling for a man to provide for her 100%, or she doesn't need him. Well, those type of women mated with this type of man, right? And now she expects the next man to pay for this man's mistakes, pay for her mistakes, right? The craziness of it. This is what the red pill exists for, to show the hypocrisy, to show the craziness, you know, of women, right? I believe women have more power than men, right? More power than men, right? You allow men to do what they're doing, right? 11 women allowed this one man, this one terrible, irresponsible man, to have a legacy, to ruin their bodies, right? For them to give something to a man that's the most special thing they could give, right? A child, right? A baby. These 11 women allowed that to happen, right? This is what we're talking about. You dictate what happens in this world, right? By what you allow men do. You allow it, okay? You think like this. Why would the 11th baby mama even exist? Why would the 10th exist, right? You allow this irresponsible man, when you know you have to know this, he's irresponsible, right? 10 women before you just had babies with this man. 10 women. And you think, oh, you know what? I'm going to change him. He's going to be different with me, right? He's going to be different with me, right? He's going to be a better father, right? Because I cannot imagine this guy being a good father to the children of the 10 women before her. I can't imagine it. It's really hard to imagine a man making minimum wage being a good father to 30 kids, right? It's very hard for me to believe. I mean, prove me wrong, but I don't know. But that's what I'm talking about, right? Women don't understand. They have the power, but they abuse it, they misuse it, and they're delusional to it. Why didn't you not give a chance to the guy with morals, right? Guy with character, guy you should know that would be a better father, right? That would be there for him. There's other minimum wage men out there. No, why? Because he's probably not good looking enough, you know? He probably didn't give the D good enough, you know? He probably just wasn't tall enough, didn't spit game enough, good enough, right? That's the thing, right? The superficial shit that women let by, right? You gotta spit game with women. That's how they let you in. Yeah, spit that good game, right? Know how to talk, how to charm women, right? And this is the type of men that women let in, right? This is what we're talking about with all the things. You know why 80% of women go for the 20% of men? Right here, 11 women went for one man. That's a prime example of that data, right? Why majority of women find majority of men ugly. Again, that's an example of that data, right? It is insane, because this news, this thing sickens me, right? Because one, it shows a terrible man, terrible example of a man, right? And the type of man women choose, right? Now you can't say much. This is 11 women choosing that one man. You know, statistically, that's very high, right? It's just, I don't, it sickens me to a lot. It sickens me a lot because we have I remember Kevin Samuel said, was Black demographics, there's about 51% of single, eligible, childless men out there. Black men, right? And yet women choose that type of man to continuously procreate with. And then what's that going to do to them? That's going to change them. Jade these women, right? This is what we're dealing with. It's sickening. It's sick.
Study from Cornell University says women aren't getting married because prospective husbands can't provide enough financial security. You really think about the lifestyle that you want to live when it comes down to vacations and how many kids you want to have. And I feel like ideally my husband needs to be making $650,000.
What percent of the family income do you personally want to contribute?
Well, I guess I wouldn't be contributing financially. I don't want any of my income to be needed in the family. 300,000, like, I guess if they made less than that, I feel like we wouldn't have the lifestyle I wanted, so I would work.
Right.
$500,000? Is that bad?
Okay, but what do you think the median income is? $45,000.
Oh my God, really?
Passport bros will never not be pathetic to me.
Men are searching overseas for women because these specific men want a woman who they can control 100%.
This is a huge red flag. The only men who like to go overseas to find a partner is men who like to prey on vulnerable women. My husband needs to be making $650,000.
We're just kids when we fell in love.
See, this is disgusting, right? This abuse has to stop, right? But what's worse is that the people around them, right? And what's worse is that she's not standing up to it, right? Don't. This is obviously a type of man that's done this before, right? This ain't the first time. Why? How could you be, how could you just, let this happen? Stand for it. Leave, right? Don't have the mentality that you're weak. No, you're not. Just leave. Figure out a way. Talk to family. Do something. Okay? There may be situations, but look at this situation, right? I will say if this continues, in 5 years, she'll be dead. Right? In 5, whatever, eventually he will kill her. Because it only escalates. Right? And I hate it the most with the people around them. Right? And what are they doing? You know? They let this continue. Because this cannot be the first. If you could hit your supposed future wife in public, imagine what you do with them in private, right? So people around her has to know that this is going on. This is disgusting. This is why, right? When you don't choose a man on morals and characters, when you don't actually be a true detective, right? Because this is your life. This is your future you're talking about, right? Figure a man out, right? Talk to family, friends. Ask really poignant questions, right? Give it time and end it as quickly as you can, right? Don't let it prolong. You know, love is great, but being stupid in love is the worst, right? Because this is disgusting. Because men like this is representing men, right? And I hate that shit. I hate that shit to a passion. Because this is not how men are. This is not how majority of men are. Because I believe majority of men are good, right? But these abusive men are what women pick. Why didn't that woman choose a man that is morally correct, right? With a deep character, that he can love someone, that he doesn't agree with abuse, right? This is the problem, right? We have women and people around women letting things happen, right? You console the aftermath, but you don't stop the process. You don't stop when it's happening. This is disgusting.